Hello everyone, I'm Simon and welcome to ColdWaterTanks. Time for an update on the 1000 liter project. I will be adding a couple of new critters in this video. While net fishing, I get several of the anemone hermits I've been keeping in the crab habitat. The difference here is that they're much bigger than the ones I usually get in my crab traps, which should be a great fit for the 1000 liter tank. I want 5 or 6 of these bigger ones roaming around, as hermits should be a good cleanup crew to have in there, and I never get sick of seeing these guys. I got this little guy entangled in the nets, without a shell or anemone covering it for some reason. It actually got a good hold on my skin, and I have to admit I did not expect it to have such a powerful grip. And the little bugger didn't want to let go either. Its bite actually broke the skin and was surprisingly painful. I've actually never seen these guys without the anemone covering it before, so it was interesting to see what it looks like without its usual fluffy anemone coat. This hermit crab is almost always covered by the anemone, which is a symbiotic relationship that greatly benefits both species. The anemone will cover the hermit and continue to grow with the hermit, so that the crab doesn't have to change shells. In addition, the anemone shoots out purple stingy threads when the hermit feels threatened. I've seen a fish get stung by these threads in one of my tanks, and though it seemed fine after a while, it did not seem happy when it happened, so it's great protection against fish at least. The anemone benefits by becoming mobile, which ensures that the nudibranch that usually eats them can't really get to them. Another advantage is that they will scoop up food from the ground as the hermit moves around, and also eat leftovers when the hermit eats. You can see more of these guys with the anemone attached later on in this video. Since I don't have any of these anemones in my tank that are not already attached to a hermit, I release this guy. Now hopefully it'll be able to find a new anemone to cover it. Another surprise creature entangled in my nets was this anemone. I was not entirely sure what kind this was at the time. I was really surprised to see that it puffed up a lot after a while in the tank and grew to a pretty huge size. Also, the color seemed to have changed as well. As you can see, it looks pretty beat up, so I am a bit worried that it won't make it in the end, but yeah, we'll see. Since it came up with the nets though, it must have been ripped off its spot pretty harshly. After a bit of research, I'm pretty sure this is a deeplet sea anemone, because I touched it with my bare hands and I felt a pretty good burning sensation in my hand. According to the info I found online, the tentacles of this anemone can actually have dangerous effects, including rupturing blood cells. I guess I should be more careful not touching stuff like this when I don't know what it is. As you can see, the Norway king crabs seem to stay around the anemone, and I found out that the crabs in the wild actually hide in and among the tentacles of this particular anemone for protection, so actually finding one of these was a bit of a lucky break. One other feature about this anemone is that they can shed tentacles, so I'm hoping it will be able to regenerate in the tank. These anemones can be found in the sublittoral zone from 20 to up to 2,000 meters, but usually they're deeper than 40 meters. They're normally found in the North Atlantic, to the Arctic Circle and North America, and also along the British coast. They can reach a width of up to 30 centimeters and have as many as 200 tentacles, so it is a big one. I also read that it can paralyze crabs, but obviously it does not include these crabs. And also some shrimp species supposedly are not affected. One of the crabs in the tank already molted, and as usual making me think there's being a death in there. But everyone's fine. Up until now I've only been running one eheim canister pump as filtration in the tank. There were 3 pumps included with the tank, but 2 of them were leaking. I got rid of the leak on one of the pumps, which is another eheim pump. This inclusion caused the water to get quite cloudy again, but it cleared up nicely after about a day. I've actually added quite a few more crabs to the tank, so there are now 5 of them roaming around in there. The plan was to see if their personalities are different, and if some of them are more shy, I'll take those out. So far though, I haven't noticed a big difference, and thankfully they don't seem to bother each other. Though the anemone still looks a bit beat up, I do think it looks better now than it did when I put it in. And here's one of the 5 bigger anemone hermits with the anemone attached that I've got in there at the moment. These guys have a lot of personality, and they fit in very well in this tank, I think. The crabs and the hermits don't seem to mind each other's company either, which is great. A little bit of added flow makes the anemone look better, but I am planning on adding a power head or 2 to get even more flow in there. For about the first couple of weeks, I didn't actually see the crabs eat anything. And the crabs were in hiding most of the time when the light was on. The food disappeared during the night though, so I'm guessing they were eating at night. They are now starting to not mind the light, and they will wake up as soon as some food is dropped in the tank. I've been feeding them pieces of fish, prawns and blue mussels. Though they will eat just about anything, the mussels seem to be their absolute favorite. The only time I see any resemblance of a fight is during feeding time. It does not seem like they hurt each other. Their shells are very hard. It takes a bit of strength to make any damage, and their claws are not really that powerful. I just love watching these guys eat though. I'm very happy with the critters I've added to the tank, and everything seems to be going quite well so far. I'm still trying to get some fish though for the tank, and I have been setting some traps, but so far I have not been able to get anything interesting enough to add. I'm still aiming for a deep water habitat, but it will depend on if I'm able to get the fish that I want. I'm not giving up yet, but if I'm not able to get what I want relatively soon, I might just go with some easier to get fish, like various wrasse or something. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, that's all for this update. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please press the like button to help my channel, and please leave a comment if you have any kind of feedback or questions. I really love hearing from you all. So until next time, thanks for watching.